So here at War Streets Brewery, our motto is a beer for every street, and we're going to continue to make new beers after every street within the War Streets area. So to start, we're going to have 6 staple beers: the Arch Street Amber Ale, the Sherman Avenue Stout, the Palo Alto Pale Ale, the Resaca Red Ale, the Monterey IPA, and the Buena Vista Brown Ale. The Arch Street Amber Ale is a full-bodied malty ale. We use a American ale yeast to give it a nice crisp finish, and we use Cascade hops as well as a few other types of hops in the boil. So this Arch Street Amber is kind of our classic War Streets beer here. The Sherman Avenue Stout is a rich, dark chocolate stout. We also use some ground up coffee beans from the Commonplace Coffee House down the street here, and we use an Irish ale yeast to give it a very nice crisp finish. The Resaca Red Ale is a mix of Munich and American malts to give it a real rich and red color, and we also use an Irish ale yeast to make this have a crisp finish to it. The malt complex dominates this beer, so you don't get a real hoppy finish to it. It's more about the malts that are present in the red ale. So the Palo Alto Pale Ale is a real hoppy pale ale. We use Equinox and Cascade hops in the boil, and we finish our fermentation with California ale yeast. After fermentation, we dry hop this beer for an additional 2 weeks with more Equinox hops, which gives it a real tropical, fruity flavor. You'll notice some grapefruit and citrus overtones in this beer. The Monterey IPA is our classic American style IPA. It's very hoppy. We use Citra hops and Cascade hops that dominate the taste profile. We also use a California ale yeast for fermentation, and dry hop this beer for about 3 weeks with Citra hops that really dominate the hop profile within the beer. The Buena Vista Brown Ale is an American version of a brown ale where we use American malts and we use an American ale yeast, and we finish this beer with a pinyon nut wood, which gives it a real smoky finish. Pinyon wood is a pine wood that's found in the deserts of New Mexico, so we ship that out here and we finish our beer with that to give it that kind of Mexican style taste that we want. Share this with your friends, let them know what we're trying to do here in the War Streets, and we appreciate you being a part of our crowdfunding campaign.